Hey, you guys should do your podcast.
I don't know, man. Look, I'm not into conspiracy guys, but you guys tell me in the comments. Would you guys be surprised if like that screen in the back of Sergio was a green screen and this was like low key like an FBI agent? That'd be crazy. Let's be honest.
You know, I've been watching your guys' spending. You know, I've been watching what you guys are buying over there. What's going on? You know,
you shout out to Retrospect. See, good thing you didn't buy that $2,000 card. See what I'm saying? Like he was keeping his eye on you. That's crazy.
Keeping tabs on everyone. You know what I mean?
I try to get him to fall for the trap. You know, but
yeah, you set it up nice and everything.
I said, come on. No brainer, man. You know, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know
that's great. We got. Hey, let's get back to collectibles, man, because we got them a little nervous over here.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for y'all to
where
finish.
where are we going tonight? Oh man.
Just keep it. Hey, look. You know, you guys want to listen to that podcast? Hit Elusive. Sergio.
Wow.
They might need, a little.
But let me tell you guys
something. They can go crazy.
I'm gonna drop. Let's. I feel like sharing today, guys. I'm gonna share a little story with you guys. It's funny he does that because that's not the first time he does stuff like that. Boy, and Sergio too, by the way. I won't even name names. I'll be nice, but I'll say this. There's been times where I'll be like, hey, man, hey, guys, what do you guys think about if we have so-and-so on the podcast? Look at Sergio. And they'll both go, nah, dog, you're good, but why don't you do that cards and coffee with them?
Oh, straight up. Look, you can do your cards and coffee. For the most part, I don't like, we got a good rhythm. Why?
We're supporting Elusive in his tenure, like doing something else because, like, remember, guys, we met Elusive when he was doing what was the show called? Doom. Marvel.
Coffee? Marvel's Pack Fresh.
It was called the Card Drop. I mean, Marvel's Pack Fresh. My bad.
Sorry, yeah. He was part of like the Marvel Pack Fresh, and like he had his own like
Marvel's Pack Fresh, dog. You know what I mean?
Shout out to my boy Norin and Gingy. I don't know what you're doing, dog, but I'm sure you're killing the game, man. Congrats on
shout out to first podcast of the second podcast. My bad. No mean to disrespect MCCW, but it was the first IG podcast.
Yeah. No, they were the OG for sure. Ian Taylor.
Yep.
It's just it's a different rhythm. That's all.
It was. No, it was. It's
some would say it's for the 80%ers.
That was definitely like the Avengers. You know what I mean? The first time we got all the hobby people and you guys had a good run, bro.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but after that, he did a little bit of cards and coffee, and we always told him push him to see like the persona of Elusive, right? Like he's like he's mean and stuff, right? Like he's gonna make fun of you. Yeah, so what, dude? Fucking make fun of you guys.
Hey, we finally got a cards and coffee again, so
that's what I'm saying.
Elusive got retrospects on there. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out.
And listen, it's not even personal. For example, and I'll give you guys an example for me, like. I had a couple people that were down to do maybe a little bit of like manga talk, and like when it came down to it, they were like, it's not really my thing. Like it would be really tough to like get into it, which I don't think is necessarily true. Like as a collector, if you see dope shit, like I said, hey, like Elusive said, dope shit only. Let me see, that guy over there.
Hey man,
no, that was Doom who told you that. You and Elusive got it. Yeah.
Yeah, my power was gone that weekend, bro. I was just trying to make sure you guys had, y'all didn't want to do it on your own. I get it.
Yeah, that shit happens often, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, we're talking about a podcast too. Shout out to State of the Hobby with Brian and my boy Victor. If it wasn't that they're both in their feelings about each other, we'd probably be able to do more episodes. But just so you guys know, it's not for lack of effort because I definitely have tried to, get them to make amends. But there's always some bullshit going on.
It's one of my favorite ones for real. When you three got together about that was always fun to listen to, I think Elusive is gonna start doing more content soon, so just check it out. You know what I mean? Sergio's got something in the works too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
We're waiting for a few things to come in, but something simple like honestly, like to take a bite off of like the card drop page. Honestly, I like the shorter kind of video format. I've mentioned before, some of these channels, and sometimes we go kind of on a rant, like kind of marathon. But I mean, fuck, at least we're like laughing and making fun of each other.
I like how Shane's just pretty playful. With the whole Magneto thing. I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like he's really having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're we're trying.
You know what it reminds me of? Shout out Free. When he does when he gave us like links to like some of the comic art live videos.
Oh yeah.
And the guy, like, he has these kind of like, cheesy, like quirky videos.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, it's fun. You know what I mean? He's having a good time, and good on him, dude. Shit. You know, I feel like some people need to be a little bit more themselves, and like,
yeah,
sure, more themselves. I guess, I don't
know. It's just legit having fun. It was, I think we're gonna do some more later on. We haven't done some lately, but it was it's dope. We need more content out there. At least my perspective, right? So I'm just trying to make sure I drop, whatever. Like if I'm gonna unbox something or something, like I'll just put it out there now. It's been fun to learn, like some of Premiere Pro. Shout out to Will, shout out Melfi. He gave me some little tutorials, and I've been trying to step it up. So
nice.
Yeah, it's always fun to see more of the homies doing content for sure.
Yeah, I've been honestly, man. Speaking of the homies, like we haven't had at least a podcast with Johnny in a while.
Yeah, we didn't get Johnny on.
Johnny, and we never even got him to talk about. Well, not to talk about, but to show some of his like, Transformer collection.
Yeah, his other collections.
Toys and
We might. Hey, that'd be a good like character spotlight, type of stuff.
Yeah,
we can work on that.
And I think that'll be, that could be a fun part of it too. Obviously, like, I know it's like non-sport diecast, but we get into some funky stuff sometimes, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might find a little something that, like,
if you collect it,
you want to share.
Talk about it. You know.
Yo, talking about that. Let's, we haven't talked to people in a while. Let's do our pickups. Any pickups lately you guys been into?
Unfortunately, yeah. Well, that was a nice setup for me. I appreciate that. Actually, I did have two pickups, a couple pickups, but two specifically were from an auction house that I'm honestly, man, it sucks. It's first time I deal with them. It's not been a pleasant experience, bro. Like I won two slabs I told you about. I was originally going for a bigger slab.
Yeah.
And it wasn't meant for me. I ended up getting outbid, or how some people would say, I just really didn't want it that bad. Yeah. And but I won two other slabs that I was really happy with, both foreigns, both pop ones. And I still haven't got them, and it's been 2 weeks. Like they haven't even shipped or give me tracking info. I paid the invoice like the second day. And Comic Connect, come on, dude. You ain't Heritage Auctions or Golden. Like, come on, you're not that busy. Stop messing around. I know people that already got their comics from the same auction that I won those books in. So
where's the PWCC like based out of?
No,
the Comic Connect.
Comic Connect.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Where do you know where they're like located at? Like, is it?
Unfortunately, where do you think? Florida. You know what I mean? Like, where the Wi-Fi seems to not work over there. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like people are a little bit slower over there. I don't know, something's going on. Like, and I mean slow in the sense of like time. You know what I mean? Like pace.
Listen, if I could secede from Florida as a whole, I would. But it's it doesn't work that way. It's a love hate. It's a love hate.
And another one that I picked up, and I wish I could share, I hinted at it in Retro Show, but a golden Spanish Navarro comic. It's a grail for me and for some other collectors, but I just got like an update on the tracking, so it seems like it's still like either a week to 10 days out. But I'm gonna I talked to Doom about it, and I want to do a nice video, so. That one's going to be more on my YouTube channel, not podcast. I mean, I'm sure I'll talk about it when I get it, but I want to do like a breakdown on what I sold, what I moved to get that, why I moved, like, just to like a new series that I have in mind that's going to be called Trading Up.
Nice. Yeah, definitely going to work on that whenever you get it. For me, I've just been breaking a bunch of platinum. I broke a hobby box. I broke some blasters and compared it. It's pretty cool. It's fun. I really like the set. I don't know, people like it. I honestly, for me, I don't know how people go back to the other sets. This set's so different. It's like it feels a little like it feels a lot like sports cars too, but it feels more like Pokemon, a little bit of a, you just don't know what to expect. So many parallels. So that stuff's been interesting. I got my Mystique card, which I need to send to PSA. And then I did a video with the homie Vic. Shout out to Vic.
Shout out to Victor.
Got some of this. And these are from the HRO DC. It's like a jumbo from the DC covers, vintage covers.
Yeah, those are dope, man. The hollow on them are, I know you're not into shiny cards, but those are dope.
No, I'm definitely into shiny cards, when it's right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Pokemon. Yeah, they kind of fixed me. Pokemon got me right, dog. Don't even worry about it. And this one, dog, this reminds me of the foreign comics.
Yeah.
Is that
different colors?
Is that the original color or no?
I'm guessing so, because it has the original issue, Comics 241. But it just the vibe reminds me of, like, sometimes you guys show some of these covers and they're different, like Doom in Spain is like red and gold, you know what I mean? Like that's fun. So I have fun with that. I still got more of that, more product.
And that comic that you have there, the back of the card, does it show like the front cover of the comic or no?
No, I think that is the cover. This is supposed to be the
That's
cover.
the cover?
Yep.
What's the
back
issue?
just shows the NFT, the scan code, which I already scanned, but yeah. Issue is Detective Comics 241 from 1957. So
that's pretty
dope.
cool.
Here's another one of those. It's pretty cool. Some different. And I like it. So I'm probably gonna open some more stuff. Another pickup. Shout out to all my X23 collectors out there. They might be a little confused, but this is a card I like from X-Men Metal. PSA 9 X23 of pink.
Yeah. Any card from that set to get in the 9 is strong.
And it's just one of those sets that, that's the first time I really broke a physical box, the modern set. So I've just been looking at X-Men stuff. If you guys haven't watched X-Men 97, you should probably check that out. And then I went back and got some, good old Batman tops.
Nice.
Because I broke about 5 or 6 boxes, but I want to do it documented now on YouTube so that people can see. And shout out to homie Will. Gifted me these Turtles playing cards. Pretty sick. And I'll probably open these up and do a little video for these too. But yeah, man, just having fun, just picking up random shit, but mostly chilling. Still waiting on some sketches for the Doom stuff, and mostly feel done with that. I enjoy seeing all the new Doom shit, but I don't feel like owning most of it. Just kind of still looking for some of the rare stuff that if it pops up, I'll be interested. But yeah, I'm kind of done with that. I'm having fun, playing outside of that, looking at some X-Men shit, looking at the Batman, Ninja Turtles. We're about to get new comics. It's about to kick off the new series of Turtles, so that's gonna be fun. And it's really all I've been doing lately. Yeah. What about you, Sergio? What you got?
Man, I mean, listen, it's a broken record on this side, bro. I've just been picking up some books, man. I got one here. You know what? I'm gonna rip it open. There's 2 books in there, but you guys only get to see one.
Oh, what?
I mean, listen. After the call, I can show you guys. I can show you guys after, but
While you open it, I was just gonna shout out VP. I did a trade with him this week, so I just posted on the IG, but I did picked up the Quick Strike Silver Surfer from 2013 Retro and the PSA 9.
Yeah,
I was really happy with that, and shout out to him. He threw in this. He knows I'm a huge fan of the '89 Batmobile, and he threw in this slab from Top Stadium, I believe.
Nice from the movie, right?
Yeah, it's a little movie still.
That's
Well, it's a little pop one, you know. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate you, bro.
Some light, you know.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so thanks, Ken, again, man, and thank you for the trade. I don't know, I don't want to make public what he got in the trade. If that, if he wants to put that on his IG, that's on him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna show you the back. I'm not gonna show you the front.
Oh, hold on.
If you know, you can figure it out. You know, I was gonna show you the back.
Okay, is that Tales to Suspense 31?
I don't know, man. You know, it might be. Hey, see, you know what? It's not fair because I told him, I got a copy, and then he's like, "Come on, dog. Like, leave it for the fucking people, dude. Come on."
That's the UK edition, you know.
Listen, Elusive was that kid that would like ruin the movie for you. Like, he invite you over, be like, "Yo, hey, let's watch this movie," and then like the second you sit down, be like, "Yo, watch this movie, watch."
Yeah, I was that guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was that
prime example, right there. You know. But you know, listen. With a nice little press, you know. We'll start with the back, you know. Come on, you gotta give it.
I'll press it. Don't even worry about it.
You gotta give it boom love, you know. Love, boom love, but you know.
Nice.
Oh wow!
Oh, you're in surfers now. Crazy.
Mephisto Surfer. Who's he holding that? I don't know homegirl's name.
Listen, Surfer's always losing his lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys realize that. Yeah. But, no, obviously, man. Like, yo, sick cover. You know, I've been picking up some UK stuff. I mean, shit, even you know, foreigns as a whole, right? Like, not even across the pond, like right here in Canada. You know, like Canadian variants are way less like in pop than American variants, right? Most printed are American. You go to other countries, even less. Like, how many comics were actually printed in the UK at that time? Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, that's always like the fun in the chase, man. I mean, I didn't know Lucy was gonna snitch, but now that he did, you know, the Tales of Suspense 31 that I have from the UK that I originally submitted, dude, that's the first one in the world. You know what I mean? First in pop.
Nice.
So you know, that's that was pretty sick. You know, like I was gonna say that for later, but you know, thanks, Lucy. leave it up to him.
Yeah, he's for the people, man.
You don't want the answers to, you know what I'm saying? So.
No, but you know, all in good fun, man. But like, you know, dude, that's it's like I mean, it was never intended. You know, just like we spoke on yesterday with like retrospects, whatever. Like it was just like a PC situation where I was like, hey, I'm going to the con, and you know, I want to submit some books, and you know, yo, shout out to Lenny Spineworks. You know, he's been doing you know, a couple of books for me and the signings and stuff, and you know. I met him a while back. He's very cool people, man. You know, him and his wife, you know, run a cool biz, and their setup is super dope, which I got a chance to see. You know, shout out to him, man. You know, this isn't no like agenda. You guys can press, you know, with whoever you want, but that's just my dude. That's the person that I trust, and you know, just kind of like cars. The reason why I don't have a lot of stuff graded is because I don't want to like ship it out. And you know, me going to the con, I know it sounds like really silly, but it's one less step for something to get lost. You know, like if. Yeah, as mentioned, like, hey, like, you know, I submitted a 6-book submission. 3 of them were pop ones. If that particular package, for whatever reason, gets lost, then the book is gone too. You know, now what? You know?
Yeah, nah.
So
it's riskier to send books too. There's always risk involved with books. So easier when you can control it, especially if, you know, right there at the con, right next to you. So.
Or like, yo, when you get a foreign seller, like, and like, you know, like obviously on the customs paper, it straight up says like comic book, you know? Fuck, dude, really? Like, you couldn't put like magazine, like, you know, something, comic book, like, damn, that's a big, you know.
Yeah, the go-to is put used collectible. You know what I mean? Keep it broad. And let people think there's no value in there.
Yeah.
So
so that's just it, man. You know, like that's my fun in the hobby. And obviously, like, dude, you know, today I was telling you know, the guys right before we started, like, you know, I picked up a couple like sports pennants, you know, and kind of like collectors like itch, right? Like I saw like a stack of them on the table, and it's like a vintage, you know, like thrift store, but it's like, you know, one of like the more popular ones like down here in Miami. Shout out to Lost and Found Vintage. But I went out there and sorry guys, if you guys are watching over at Lost and Found, go online, take a snapshot just to check to see what's going on. You have a couple of them selling for a nice price, $5 a pop. We ended up making a deal. And hey man, it's just something different, it's a different avenue of some things that I don't normally do. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go start collecting pennants, but in that moment, in that opportunity, I was like, at less than $5, I feel good about it,
Yeah.
Especially when I saw a couple of comp sales on eBay. It may take a while, I'm not saying it's gonna sell tomorrow, but it's just something different, so something different to dip your finger in and check something out. But for the most part, man, it's just comics, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now you said you're getting close to your collection being done, right?
I'm close to closing out a few rainbows. I know, and we've had this conversation too. When we talk about English comics, I think one of you guys asked me a while back, well, why don't you get one of those? And I'm just like, one of those are available all the time, And when I kind of started seeing a little bit of movement in the foreign market, and we've talked about this. I probably missed out on a couple of opportunities to buy just a big book instead of some of these other books and some of these other covers. Obviously, hey, look, I don't know if in the next year, 20, 30, 40 more of these books pop up. I have no idea. Right now where I'm at, in the collecting stage, I want to, I'm trying to be the first to pick up whichever pops up in the moment.
Yeah.
Just some of you guys were doing with the Marvel cards. Something will pop up, boom, you snap by it, you feel good about it.
Secure a copy.
Yeah, secure a copy. And then see, hey, you never know, maybe you get a higher grade. I do want to keep a raw copy, but dude, just in general, man, picking up the covers that I like is cool. And dude, I got scared, dude. I'm like, bro, if this thing blows up in the next 3 months because of someone posting, some influencer showing something, and this thing takes a run, I'll never even touch the smaller books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy, but you guys know as I do, there's some people out there that put some books up out there for some crazy prices, and they're gonna hold you to a high number. They're trying to set the bar with the books that they have and stuff. But I think and I've said it before, I don't think it's as rare as people think it is. I think it's a matter of time that people are more aware to it now, and I think that's why you're probably starting to see more books pop up now than there were before. And little, it's going to trickle in, little bits at a time. It's going to trickle in, and another book will pop up, and condition will be a factor at that point, right? If other books start popping up, you might want to try to get a higher grade. But that's what I think, man, with the foreign market,
I mean, I've seen it with the card market too. Just a lot of quote unquote grails going up for sale. And a lot of buyers too, people really bidding up cards that you haven't seen in the last year and a half, right? But it's it's something I've been thinking about too. I feel pretty complete with the Doom stuff. I think you're about to complete your rainbows. I don't know how many collections I've completed or felt all right, time to move on, right? I know, Elusive, you got more experience you do with your Batmobiles.
That's probably the only one that made me feel the most complete, for sure.
You're good, right? I'm good. There, I can go to the next level, but really, I feel good. I don't know, Sergio. Have you thought about what's next? You know what I mean? I know you still got to finish some things, but
I mean,
that's where I'm at. I'm kind of just it's cool. I can just have fun with the shit now. I don't feel it's stressed to
yeah.
I gotta add this. No, I can go back and just have fun looking at shit.
My issue is that like I said, now there's certain covers out there that I've mentioned, every time that shit drops, if you're not on it, dude, I'm gonna buy it. Every time that I'm gonna take a shot at it. I look for it in different sources, and dude, I found two full copies. I finally completed 2 full copies. One of them is the one that's graded. The Daredevil Spanish one, the Diabolico, with the big Doom face.
Yeah. Yep.
That was first to grade. And I found another copy, which again, to my point, like it's not gonna. It's the first. It won't be the last. It'll only be
Yeah.
the last if I pick up every other copy that comes out moving forward. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, listen. I have one. You know what? Since you mentioned it, I'm gonna share it with you guys. You know what I mean? I have a couple other things in the way. Yo, shout out Retro. Uncle Jake. Shout out to him. Me and him plugged up on a couple of things, and we spoke about obviously like helping each other out. Like Uncle
Nice.
Jake, I need some shit from the UK. Like there's some stuff that's been sitting there, and like honestly, like I don't really like asking for favors. You know what I mean? Like if I
Yeah.
need to, like like there's moments where I'm like, dude, talk to this guy because I can't. Like the bridge is already burned. He's already pissed me off. So, but no, I told him, I said, look, man, like I've had these things like sitting over there, and as much as I want to bring them over, it's like $20 shipping every time I buy a book. And sometimes over, out there in the UK, one seller might have like one or two books that you want,
Yeah.
I always think about it too. Like, hey, maybe I just pick up another random because someone else will want it too. But I'm just like, nah, no, I'm picking up stuff that I like right now. And when I get ready to like, let it go, then I'll let it go. But I'm going to show this off. A little ode to the X-Men.
Here we go.
You guys know.
Oh, we're all X-Men fans. You know what I mean?
That's actually, like I said, like my nostalgia. I just don't collect it, and I will not collect it in cards, but I will collect it in comics. I know you guys hate it. You know what I mean? Like I know you card lovers like hate the comics and shit. I'm sorry, bro. Like.
Nah, man. Look, well, as a card guy, I like comics.
So some of y'all hate it.
I'm just 80-20 cards. You know what I mean? You're 80-20 comics. You know what I mean? So we gotta bring the balance. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so you wrap it decently, at least. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a good thing because a lot of times it's fucking poorly shit.
All right. No, I do. Obviously, I do appreciate the one from the UK. Bro, I didn't even have like a trash. Sometimes they send you the trash bag. They didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Raw dog in the paper, bro. Envelope.
That's rough. That's rough.
But also another part of the collection, like to finish, because like we talk about like maybe finishing the rainbows.
Yeah.
But I told you guys too, like any comic that I can get yellow label signed, and the time being right now, I'm gonna try to make that happen.
Yeah, for sure.
We got these artists aging, man. You know what I mean? Like, you guys got to show love to some of these guys, dude.
Well, I think people take it for granted. Some of these guys are still around. Yeah, you gotta take advantage of that. Make sure give people their flowers if you want to go. Let them know you appreciate what they did.
I would love for some of the people that I do appreciate that are in the hobby to fucking link up. You know what I mean? Meet up at the con and shit.
Oh,
do some dope shit.
That'd be dope. I'm sure you can find people.
I'm sure you can find people.
I'm sure you can find people, but you gotta be nice to them. You know what I mean?
So this colorway and this one's a little dark, but there's one that's coming in that I think that honestly it's got to be. But this for me is just like the font and like the really dark. Like, bro.
Oh wow, yeah,
nice.
Little X-Men love, old school.
Black cover.
Yeah.
Those are hard to grade.
Yeah, it's black. It's got that like like that deep blue, like in the Magneto helmet.
Blue to yellow.
Yeah.
You got Scarlet Witch and is that Quicksilver?
Quicksilver. Yeah.
Reminds me of that black and that one that you guys like from Doom with that yellow spotlight too.
Right. And yeah, man. I mean, I picked this up. I like the cover, the menacing Magneto face. Like it's like all up in your face and shit. That was cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The It doesn't mean I'm gonna collect Magneto, elusive. Relax. It's
No,
not.
I don't go after Magneto.
Oh, really?
On comics, I don't.
Oh, in comics, okay. I thought if you like the character and the cards, you'd also collect like some comic stuff too.
The comics, if I did, I'd probably go after X-Men 1.
Only X-Men 1.
Big
Yeah.
one. Big ones.
Like no, but that would be like the Grail chase. I'm saying other covers.
No, none that come to mind, man.
Not a huge.
Dude, listen, I
haven't
like can you pull up X-Men 25? Doom
25. Let's see.
Yeah, that cover for me, and I know elusive, he's gonna talk shit, but sorry, bro. But that cover for me, like it's a sick cover, dude. I want that shit in a yellow label. I would love that, to have that card at like newsstand and a high grade.
Yeah, dude, it's a nice cover.
That right there with a yellow, like a little gold pen.
Oh yeah. Label. Yeah.
That's sick, man. And honestly, like
hell yeah, on the back.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah, that's sick. Listen, I just hope that CGC doesn't change their labels to like what the cards look like, because if they do that, then no man, dude, I'm like super hard out.
CGC's having a tough time. Didn't they just start doing 9.9s and people and 10s and people? Well, they've been having 10s, but I know they started giving 9.9. Has been a huge topic.
I mean, we talked about it, right? Like we knew this was gonna happen. Like it's just a matter of time, and now what was it? Somebody popped out a 9.9 X-Men 1, something like that.
X-Men 1, I think. Yeah.
But hey, listen. To be fair, if it is like if it is a gem, right? Like if it's truly like a 9.9, dude. If it's like perfect, like if you look at it, it's just like, dude, it's like flawless.
Well, I think that's part of the controversy. I mean, as anything, go check out Manu. Manu's up to date. That's where I get my news from. Anything going down the comics grading world.
But do you feel like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't? Like a 9.8 now loses value because now there's 9.9s on the market. But the entire time, like not your fault, right? Like not my fault. Like it's like
I know
they were graded 9.8s because they didn't want to give out 9.9s. And now they want to give you the chance to like have one. But
I think the criticism, at least what I understood, just viewing briefly, is that they're giving high grades that don't deserve it. They're just inflating the grades now because I don't know, maybe all the negative feedback they got from the whole, re-slabbing like controversy they had, and I know they graded like a book that's a 10, and like people are breaking down, like specifically going to the actual CGC published book of grading and showing like the defects. Oh, this one, if it has this defect, it could only go up to a 9.8, and then like they're grading it a 10 or a 9.9. So they're like they don't even follow their own rule book.
I was talking to a collector, and he told me that he uses their in-house presser. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. I was like, because, I know of other people like Manu, like Sergio, that have their person, And he goes, yeah, because I feel like they're incentivized to give you a better grade when you use their service.
Yeah,
well, that kind of makes sense, I guess, too, but I don't know.
Conflict of interest.
But exactly. But imagine, like, there's so many things to be worried about, though. That's the issue. Like, I shouldn't have to worry about all these things just to get a fucking comic encapsulated.
Listen, here's my thing with like and I've used CGC service for like there was one that I went like directly to the con, and I think Lenny might have been there, but I was just like, I was kind of like in a rush, like in and out, like when I go to cons, I don't want to be there for like 3-4 days getting like signings and stuff like that. Like I want to plan out my con experience a little bit differently. The next con that I do. Obviously I think I kind of like again it's just like the collecting, right? Like fine tuning. Okay, next time that I go, obviously, like, this is priority, submission, signing if available. And, from there, go directly to like X, Y, and Z, because it's kind of been like the common denominator with certain things. But like, yeah, man, I mean, let's see how it goes, man. It's been it's a fun journey. Watching you guys, do your thing, watching Doom collect other stuff. Melfi, fucking up the Daredevil cards out there. I see you, Melfi. Shout out to Melfi. Everyone everyone threw up like shiny cards today. Is there like do you guys plan this out?
Nah, I don't plan anything out with people, but I'm gonna take some credit for kind of pushing the whole pages thing, and people are trying to step up their game. I like it.
Yeah,
I think it's better. A lot of people doing more content now. It's great.
Which is what we've needed all along. You know what I mean?
People being active. It's a good time. As far as the Marvel card space, it's a good time. There's a lot of fucking sales going on.
I noticed though with sales, it's funny you bring that up. I think with sales, what's selling the most is people that are not in the hobby, quote unquote. And what I mean by that is like maybe like they don't listen to any content, right? So they're not really influenced, and they're just collectors that collect Marvel and they like it and they're doing it on their own. There's a lot of those type of collectors because I feel like people that are in the know, they're being, which all of us are, but they're being very selective more on what they buy versus what they don't.
100%.
And then also, like, that's another thing that I've been finding out, not to put anybody on blast. So if the shoe fits, it's going to fit multiple people, just so you guys know. So it's not anybody specific, but I've noticed, like, even with me, when I have something that I rarely make available and it's going to be available, I always take note of who told me they wanted, a shot at it, per se.
Yeah.
Then you reach out to them and none of them really want it, so it's like a lot of people, they're like, sign me up, coach, and then you call them out on the field, and
sign me up, coach.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to play anymore. It's crazy. I don't know. It's just it's cool, man, to notice those things. It's funny to me.
Yeah, I'm sure timing is a part of it for some people, and
for some, for sure, for some.
Listen, it's like it's like when Doom hit me, and usually we don't talk about it, but I'm gonna say it today. Blue PMG, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just bad timing, dude. Yeah, dude. Did I want it? Sure, yeah, I wanted it, but was it the right time? No.
It's
there have been some, I mean, yeah. And at this point, like, I'm cool with the red. Like, I feel like the red and the flames anyway probably works like the best. Obviously, the green would be like,
green would be the best.
But Doom's not even green.
I got to see green in person. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild.
You saw green.
It looks way better.
I saw any card that you probably think of. I saw that in person.
Who had it?
The one back when, what's his name? Alpha Cards was buying up everything.
Oh, Alpha Cards.
Yeah, I sold him the models out of 10, and I went to hand deliver it, and I got to see.
You got to see the vault.
All the vault.
Couple vaults. I thought you might have seen those.
Couple vaults.
I thought you might have seen those from the Great Curator. So maybe he was holding on like a few.
No,
the Great who?
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
What kind of content you watch? That's crazy. Anyway,
bro, you saw the Macard elusive. It's on YouTube, guys. It's on YouTube. If you guys look it up.
I sold a lot of people cards. What does that mean?
Oh, right.
Yeah. No, shout out to that guy. I know he does his content. I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
put it out there.
You know what I'm like? Here's what I've come to
understand. But look, I'm not hating on him.
Yeah, me neither. It's like one thing. What's his name? Sergio's always said is like, you're not going to be everybody's favorite flavor of ice cream, right?
Yeah.
But what I have noticed is that
flavor.
There's two types of content, and that's for everything, whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, sports cards, or whatever. There's the people that are either trying to educate you, and then there's the people that are trying to entertain you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And there's
an entertainer of some sort to some people. For me, I definitely look for. I'm always seeking information. I'm always trying to learn. Like, that's my main thing. Just trying to learn.
Yeah.
Even now that I felt like I've learned enough of that mission of the Doom stuff. I'm still trying to find that next thing, right? It's not just one thing. I don't think I'll go that hard on something like we did. Like the Dr. Doom thing was like a 3-year mission. You know what I mean? Like, it's whatever I'm doing now, I'm kind of trying to. We talked about it on Retrospects. Shout out to Retrospects. He had us on yesterday on live. We talked about having multiple things at once, multiple things to look at. It's a lot more enjoyable that way to me. Like, you can check in and out of whatever it is. and yeah, that part of it. But so I'm always looking for people who share information rather than do some clickbait or like play a persona and
Yes.
try to get
Yeah.
things.
And there's nothing
Which
wrong with that.
it's not
There's
wrong.
people out there that they do it and then you meet them and that they don't act like that in person, but that's
Most
how
of
they
the
act
time,
online.
that's how it is, right? Most of the time, it's I'm sure if you meet me in person, I'm not just talkative. I don't just ramble on like I'm a quiet person.
Mm.
But around people I'm comfortable with, I'll act more cartoonish and I'll crack some jokes and it's fun. So yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to people like I just it's just not for me. I'm not his audience. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, I've done multiple deals with him, and he's not a bad person or anything. It's just it's different.
One thing I will give him credit, he's in multiple, like he's in wrestling, he's in Marvel, he's in Star Wars, like he's always onto something.
Yeah, he's into
Um,
like photographs of celebrities.
oh yeah, I missed that one.
I mean, I'm
I
just
don't get to.
uh, yeah, type one photos. Yeah, no cap, like they type or no Diddy, whatever they call it nowadays, right? Type one photos is what, especially
I
with there
won't
been
photo.
him and the guy that's super cool. That
Oh,
my own interaction with
mhm.
him is his homie that he does his podcast with.
Oh
Really
yeah,
hard, super dope guy. He's fun, man. He's you could tell that guy's like just enjoying
just having
legitimately.
fun with the hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Someone did send me. Maybe it was one of the homies. Uh, he picked up like some Batman animated cells and like Superman adventure cells, like from the cartoon.
Oh yeah.
So he just got into that. I do think there's a positive thing for people. Again, what we talked about, people showing what they're into. If it's something new, it's something that's not talked about. Yeah, that stuff is good. Get a bigger audience to look. Just don't focus all here. Like there's so much dope shit everywhere. Like it's good to have people highlight that for. So that's a good thing.
I enjoy it. I think all of us are always looking for that, right? Like to get new information from different things. Like there's people that like me and Sergio have been talking heavy about foreign comics as of late. But there's people that were doing it before we even thought about it. But
Yeah.
we're not making these videos for you. We're making these videos for people that don't even have any clue that these things
Yeah,
existed.
don't
So they
know
can at
about it.
least see what the different covers look like, different trade dresses look like. Like that's fun for me to show other people. Because again, how do you expect to get information if you don't want to give out information?
That's
Yeah.
a big
And
thing.
even then, like another example, to that note is like some of the stuff that maybe you maybe have graded as a card or as like a promo kind of situation or something that's like not relatively like common like that. Like in my situation, like some of the comics, like some of these comic covers, I don't even they don't even exist. Like they're not the image is not available. Like you can't like just Google like search one. Nothing's gonna pop up because I mean, believe me, I've tried. But even like GCD, which is a huge database, some of these pictures don't exist in that database.
Yeah.
So that's I mean to think about that and just again like thinking back like 3 years ago, I was buying like tons of base cards, which again, not to bash them, I think they're dope. You know what I mean? But like I could have put that energy into other things, and I think that's always been trying to kind of like a focal point with us is like trying to put the information out there. And we've been like flustered with sometimes like the fact that like we watch like some of the people that we want to like help out and put out there,
Mm.
and it's like, dude, they're just gonna do what they want anyway, right? And I mean,
Yeah.
I remember I
100%.
learned that lesson as a kid. My mom would tell me that like, yo, you know, don't tell people what to do. They're gonna do what the fuck they want to do anyway, and it's true, But it's like, shit. I wish somebody like probably would have like snagged me up like right from the jump. Like no. Like before you even spend $1, like here, come this way. And there's good information out there. It's just tough to find. It's hard to find. We talked about another platform today, right? We talked about a little something maybe like extra because I mean, Instagram. I could definitely tell you this: our algorithm gets buried, 100%.
Mm.
When I have people that I follow and maybe like I like or even message them from time to time, when I don't see their posts for a while, and I'm like, damn, dude, like I go on your
Right.
page, I check like, dude, I didn't like the past like 3 things, they're dope. I might have missed one, right? But I definitely didn't see the other two. And it's not about like the like, right? It's not about like, oh, let me keep tabs, make sure I like your stuff. It's not about that, because I'm gonna like it if I like it, and I'm not gonna like it if I don't, right? But it's about the fact that like I just never saw it, you know.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
So that's why YouTube is a venture, because hey, like, you know, all of a sudden, like, you know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, a lot of YouTube influencers wanted to pop up and talk about different things, and there's a lot of comic people, but there's not a lot of people talking about cards, you know, like the Marvel Pack Fresh, like all the you know, other stuff, and all the card talk, Marvel card talk things have been relatively recent, right? Like it's been less than 3 years.
Yeah,
for some people, some people are doing it
for sure,
you know, a little bit longer.
I know, like, the perception about us is we get in here and talk shit most of the time.
And
we also show love, like,
you know that, on that note though, like, do we, or do we just tell you the truth and you don't want to hear it?
I mean,
maybe that too.
You know, mix of both things, but we also show mad love to people that
100%.
don't really get acknowledged. So even talking about this, like, yeah, shout out to, you know, Ian Taylor. I mean, personally get along with him. Fausto, those guys did that podcast.
Yeah.
I always give credit to them because they got me in the hobby. I learned a lot through that. You guys, when y'all did the Pack Fresh, I mean, some of us were there day one. Shout out to Retroverse. I know he always talks about that being there. And
shout out to Interglobal.
Shout
out to Obi.
Obi, major shout out to Obi. Obi always checking in. I tried to get him to do content. He's like, nah, bro, I'll leave that to y'all. I'm like, hey, bro, it's all good.
There's a couple people, you know, that we're gonna shout out. Like, you know, we're shouting out at the moment. That, I mean, hey, listen, if you wanna just like do the black screen, that's cool, you know. But like, you know, so some people are like, damn, like, you know,
if it's not their thing, I don't blame him.
He's a silent assassin, that Obi. I'll tell you that.
He's got great taste. I'll tell you that much.
No, and a lot of people don't know, man, but he's done some crazy deals in the past.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know about too much about that.
I remember, and you know, I'm sure I'm not even gonna say like, you know, what it is, and honestly, it's not even a big deal. But
yeah,
I remember like one day I think I posted something that Obi wanted, you know, and he showed me something that, like, when I saw it, like I looked at like the phone, and I looked at like the fourth wall, like, what are you doing with this, Obi?
He surprised you?
Where yeah, like where did you pull this from? You know?
He's an assassin,
and I was like, you know, okay. Obi, I see you. Yeah, he's a silent killer.
You know, there's not a lot of for specific things, like you said, Marvel cards. There's some, but there's not a lot of snipers out here. I'll tell you that. So the snipers know the other snipers. You know, I told you recently, I mean, I'm about to do an episode with this person, so I don't want to shout him out.
Hey, wait. I got a question though. Do snipe botters count, or like is it just like the real people?
Like the real people that you're there for the camera. Okay. Talking about those snipers.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
no AI. You know what I mean?
Someone in the foreign comics, the comic I just picked up, out of nowhere, as soon as I won the auction for what I'm about to show when it gets here, hit me up and he said, "Hey, congrats on that book."
He knew it was you,
bro. I mean, you gave yourself away, my boy. Like, you're paying attention over there.
Yeah, that's also like a salute. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You're picking up things, and again, we give flowers when they're due. Mm-hmm. Shout out to like Justin. Justin did a lot of videos. He put a lot of money in box breaks. He kept it going. Brought us Manu. Shout out to Manu.
Shout out to Manu. Yeah.
You know, people.
Well,
like him.
To be fair, he brought Manu to, like, I guess the general hobby.
Yeah, well, at least for me.
Oh,
you knew
watch
him.
Sergio's been knowing.
My bad, dog. Yeah. You're first in line. I mean, I was late to the party. Yeah, no, we got you.
Manu, before Manu was on Justin's show.
Yeah,
you know, shout out Manu.
You know the old Manu, not the new one.
He wasn't even really doing like on live shit. And I tried to get him on the NSDC, but these people, you know, like,
nah. Oh, he got on NSDC.
Yeah,
but we could have had him on like super early to talk about comics. You know, he's been doing this comic thing for a while.
Yeah, that was
and
Marvel
I would always
Dark.
think it's dope.
Shout
like
out to Marvel After Dark.
Shout out Marvel After Dark. You know, Shout out to Vic. But now
that was funny. Vic just hijacked that whole shit. It's mine now, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, took it over, you know?
He said, he was playing by Sergio rules. You know what I'm saying? You snooze, you lose.
Hey, I look back at those times now. I'm like, damn, I do feel like some nostalgic to 3 years ago what the hobby was, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to everyone doing content. Genji was doing top 10 videos. I don't think he does them anymore. Or
he's doing something.
Yeah, he's doing something else. But those were the guys that are out there. I got introduced to Collection Kings through Genji. Shout out to Arthur. Early interviews, and then Fausto doing some stuff on his end, and now he's just trying to contribute. Now we're trying to make it grow even bigger. You know what I mean?
And one thing, I still got the archive somewhere, like on the IG somewhere, but I got actually Doom's first appearance on the internet as a whole on IG. You know?
Yeah, because I don't think our Elusive's interview have been up yet.
No, I met Arthur through eBay. He hit me up. He knew he was watching Marvel's Pack Fresh at the time, and I was picking up the diamonds and the rubies. Just
oh yeah,
they were laying.
I remember because that's when I picked up my diamond. When you were talking with Fausto, and I was like, oh, I gotta go get my shit.
And he messaged me when I picked up a diamond, and he said, "Hey, Elusive," he was just saying that he was enjoying the content, and then we hit it off, and we started doing just private deals, and then we would jump on calls with him all the time. But shout out to Arthur, man.
Shout out to Arthur. I sent him a message today. He's still in the States. Shout out to him. I was trying to find his Mystique card, but apparently it's tough to get.
Gold border?
Well, I'm still looking out for the gold border Mystique. I'm still holding it. If anyone sees it, please send me a link. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll throw you a couple dollars too. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to hunt that down for over a year, maybe 2 years now? I don't know. Now, but it's one of the rented house stuff. He's just breaking down to me the quality on those, because he was breaking all that stuff, making cases. So apparently that shit was tough. So we'll see. I might have to wait till someone grades a 10. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna pay whoever makes it happen.
You wouldn't be good with a 9?
Nah, bro, I need that 10. I mean,
oh man,
it's not a numbered card. It's just a sapphire. It's
okay. You want the sapphire?
Yeah, Woman of Marvel 2. I'm really into the color.
You want the one with like the thick border, right?
No, the one that has like an L.
Okay.
It's Woman of Marvel 2.
Yep. Okay.
But yeah, I have that as a blue dot. If it pops up, I'm snatching it.
So
I've
weird.
been having fun with that. And we talk about packs, right? Like, check this out. This is a sealed pack. I forgot when I picked this up. I was looking at my stuff recently, and I was like, oh, I'm glad I picked this up. I don't know what I was thinking back then, but hell yeah, one of those purchases where you're like, oh, I did something good. This is a Topps sealed pack for the promo. This is a promo for the 93 Topps Batman animated. So it's a sealed pack, and it includes like a bunch of Topps different ones, but the back has the Batman stuff. I haven't seen one in a while, and shit like this. The Got Milk set sealed pack.
Yep.
Stuff like that I've been going back to, like, man, I'm glad I got these when I found them. Collecting, just buying random shit.
We mentioned it with retrospects. Like, I kind of like go towards the pages that are doing like something different, after doing like the hobby thing for a little bit.
I thought about when you said that. That's the first one that came to my mind. Yeah.
And like, some people could say probably like, we do like kind of the same thing, whatever. But again, like there's just something like aesthetically like pleasing about his page, and it could be even something that I don't like the concrete comic that he put up, whatever. Like, listen, I don't know too much about it. The art style is pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna knock it. Like, it is pretty dope. I just don't have any like knowledge of what that is, and the fact that he's doing some other homework that we don't know. Maybe obviously he knows something that we don't know, which is cool, because it's something different.
Yeah, I've noticed. I told Doom, like, from what I noticed about him is he doesn't mind personalized things.
Yeah.
And like, where for me, I don't like, for example, in comics, even in foreign comics, and it happens a lot. Sergio's okay with it, but like when there's writing in
I'm
the
okay
front,
with
I can't do it.
Yeah.
It'll bother me if the writing's in the back. It's okay because I'm not going to be looking at the back as often. But it's just a
Yeah.
pet peeve, and that's when it shows like someone like Andrew, like he really enjoys what he's picking up because he like embraces that part of it, like you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. He almost like it's almost like he enjoys like holding something that someone else held on to in a
Yeah.
way.
The story
Yeah.
that it
Yeah.
has.
Yeah. And you know, I think you know, we firstly like never spoke about it, but it's like, you know, I think that, you know, what I said about the whole like comics being like, you know, or cards being like a very cold like thing, you know, like, oh, like, you know, don't breathe on it, it's gonna like scratch. It's just tough, man. It's tough because at the end of the day, you know, and I know this happened to Doom when he was, you know, going through his collection journey early on, but it's like you start picking up these like things that are like encapsulated or slabbed, whatever, and it's just like it's a very cold thing, you know. It just now you put it like in a box, or you put it
Yeah.
like, you know, somewhere random, and it's like, you know. I remember Elusive the other day asked me, and I do it with some books. I'll have maybe like a little pile of like something that's not like anything like too crazy or PC, just like extra books that I might, you know, pick up on you know, along the way, or even some books that like are different size or weird sizes for like the comics. Sometimes I'll just store it nicely instead of like, you know, like getting a bag for it, because I don't want to, you know, he's like, oh, but why would you do that, dude? I don't want to get one bag and buy 50 that I'm not going to do anything with. They're too big, you know. Some of these comics come in like weird sizes. But sometimes I like fucking just flipping it open, dude. And you just can't do that with a card sometimes, you know. Like you're not gonna crack the slab to touch the card and be like, you know, and then put it back in. Like it's not gonna work like that. Maybe if it's a TGC slab, maybe you could like, you know, the heat gun and do all that good stuff. But
Oh,
I saw it in the, you know, I saw it in the
Yeah.
channel, bro.
So
I got the tutorial, you know.
you see what I'm saying? Like that's
They
an
gave me the master
example of,
class.
hey, he's just telling the truth,
Yeah.
but some
Yeah.
people see it as a shot. We're not
No,
taking
I mean that is. I mean that was a wild. That was everyone who saw that felt the same way. Like, damn, that's crazy.
Listen, there's something like in a little bit of like, well, I wouldn't even say kitchen culture. This is definitely like more like military, like, you know, maybe kind of culture. But sometimes, you know, we say, and I know this is like probably a common saying, it's just like, dude, every joke has a little bit of truth, you know.
Yeah.
Some are a little bit more harsh than others, you know. Some are a little bit more direct than others, but dude, like live a little, man, you know. Like laugh about some shit. You want to make fun of me, dude? Go for it, bro. You hate my fucking music? Go for it. You hate my comics? It's okay, bro. You know what I mean? Like we all don't gotta like the same stuff, and even the three of us in
No.
this room, you know, we all don't agree on everything, but we also get along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's like the key part of it. You know, a lot of this hobby thing, and like, you know, the whole like, you know, name the hobby and all that stuff. I make fun of it sometimes because sometimes the hobby hasn't always been the nicest place. You know what I mean? There's some people that make the hobby like sour, or they're like sniping your shit, or like holding things against you. You know, I'm not gonna say any names, but you know who you are. If again, if your feelings are hurt about what I say, then this is directly for you. You know, when you hold things like against like collectors and stuff, like, dude, like just fuck, it's just lame, bro. It's just lame. You know what I mean? Like you close the door on something because you feel like, oh, you know, by chance you found my page, bro. Yes, I collect Doom. Oh, you want to overcharge me? Sweet, that's what I want. You know what I mean? That's what I was looking for. But no, man, like, you know, on a collector standpoint, like, dude, if someone's also willing to pay you for something that you don't collect, but you like just don't like budge, or like, you know, bro,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna say it lightly, you're like a leech in the hobby, like literally, you know, like I see you as like a leech in the hobby. Like you don't do that, bro. You know, that's just whack. But that's just like a personal, like ethical, like kind of situation. If that's how you're built, by all means, brother. You know, I just don't. I'm not gonna deal with you. I don't got time for that.
It's
You know
part of the hobby people don't talk about. But yeah, man, it can get cutthroat. It can get.
I mean, it gets super crazy, man. I think, you know. Look, I know. You guys know pieces of mine where I was going after a piece. I shared it with someone, and then all of a sudden that piece is gone. You know, situations where people tell other people to fucking go against items that they know I'm gonna go against. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
people think they're slick, and it is what it is. But the truth always comes out, bro. Like that's the beautiful thing about this shit, bro, is that like the truth is always gonna come out. And then also like what you were describing earlier, like about us not liking even what each other likes, is just being open-minded though. Some people can't even be open-minded to at least listen to a different perspective or a different genre. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I don't understand Funko Pops, but I'm not hating on the people that buy them. You know what I mean?
I do.
I don't.
I'll hate on it for you. I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
like
there's gotta be
even those like neon. Listen, whatever their itch is, right? Like whatever their itch is why like they buy it, like hands down for sure. So I don't understand it. I hate it. Like, I mean, it's almost like Pokemon. It's almost like Pokemon, but like let's say like for like a con exclusive kind of situation, right? At least it's limited to a certain number, right? Like some certain releases or whatever are limited to like X number, but that release. I mean, they're just going to print a bajillion of those. Yeah, some of them are dead stock, obviously, because they're not just going to make literally a million and just overproduce them, which is all the vaulted, like first edition, number 1, number 2, the vaulted Doom, like the first edition, like Doom Funko, it ain't cheap, but I'm not buying it.
No, me neither.
I've seen comic book shops that have like so many Funko Pops, and it's almost like
walls.
They're like, oh, you buy 2 comics, you get a Funko Pop. I'm like, whoa, bro, what's going on?
And what I would love to tell them, like, yo, as a comic shop, do me a favor, bro. Put all that fucking shit on eBay. You know what I mean? Put it in a warehouse. Put that shit on eBay. Don't have it in your store. Have some cool ones. Have like some rare ones. You have these fucking antique comic shops that don't. They just don't, either not trying or like don't want to make it cool. But like, dude, if I was a comic shop owner, I would have like the dopest fucking Funkos that I have, the most expensive ones. You know what I mean? On display. Keep all the other ones that people aren't buying and shit, and you're just holding like paperweight in the store. Actually, fill the comic book store up with comics that people want, because I don't know when's the last time you guys been to a comic shop, but sometimes they don't really have shit in there. There's some back issues, but not the stuff that you would like. You know what I mean? Like not the Silver Age, not the gold. And there's some. Like I'm not saying there's not, at least here in Florida, my experience. But it's just not a lot, Like I want the comic shop to have good comics. And to be fair, I did ask the owner, like, I kind of like, hey, what the fuck? Like, how come you don't like do this? And one day he was just like, dude, sometimes I put up comics, bro, and they just go like that,
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason. They just can't maybe supply like the good stuff,
I think that goes back, and even like again talking about accounts like Andrews, it just goes back to presentation, right? You want people to put in that effort presenting something, because that's why I'll stop. Maybe it's not what I'm looking for or necessarily what I'm interested in, but if someone puts the effort to put a presentation, I'm gonna stop and I'm looking.
You know where I think it comes from? It's funny you bring that up. I remember when I was just buying stuff off eBay, and photos were a big thing for the seller. Like when I was not selling it, I was just strictly buying Hot Wheels or whatnot. And just the way some people took photos, like they would, like, for example, like you said, zero effort. They'll put like a new RLC release next to their Jack in the Box that they just bought. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, bro, come on, bro, at least move some stuff.
He's got like how like mustard will stain like your fingernails.
Yeah,
he's got like mustardy fingernails, like holding your card. Like, damn, dude,
Oh, bro, that's the thing.
That says a lot, regardless of if you want to call that profiling or whatnot. But like when people, or like they'll have their hands in the photo and
no. Hey, like you said, is it profiling or is it the truth? Sometimes.
I mean, some people, it's probably, it's a little bit of pattern recognition.
Pattern recognition.
You don't gotta buy a photo booth or anything. Just clear up the desk. And that's what it is. So it goes back to what you're saying about Andrew. So we appreciate. That's why I appreciate it, because I've seen people like take zero effort into their photos. It's almost like they took with their grandma's fucking 1995 phone. Boom. There was even camera phones back then. And you know what I mean? And then and Andrew, like,
it works.
It
makes you stop.
Yeah.
I stopped. And
I want to
never thought I would see or interested in, and just that's cool. Yeah.
I will say to him, like, I like that for a while, And I think, you know, we all took a turn where we all like kind of post like we're pretty simple dudes, you know what I mean? Like we use pretty like basic colors and shit like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I like the little like color bursts going on in the hobby where everyone's putting like different backgrounds on shit. Like, yeah, I mean that's dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, everyone's kind of like on a cool wave like that, and then, you know, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, now everyone's doing like the white screen. Listen, I'm a fan of the white screen. You know, personally, you know, myself.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to shit. Elusive was probably one of the first pages that was posting shit like that. You know, if you guys know, you know, hashtag the Lightbox. You know, Lightbox sponsor. Elusive is a sponsor for Lightbox.
Yeah,
That's
even
a bad part. You've been promoting that shit for the last 2 years. And you got no promotion.
Retro was even surprised too when he asked me yesterday. Like, well, I think I don't even think that he made it to his episode, but this was after the fact. He was asking me what I used to edit my photos. I was like, just my phone. Yeah. And he looked at me like he thought I was lying to him, like I was trying to hold something. You know what I mean? Like, no, all I do, and I have an iPhone 12 Pro, and my phone's old. This is all I use. You know what I mean? Just that and the photo booth. But even now, if you notice, I've switched it up to like just a gray background, trying something different. And it is.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what was up with that. You know, like I noticed like the concrete gray. You know.
Just to switch it up, I got tired of seeing the white background. And look, the white background I still think, and with new things, I'll still probably use it. Maybe, I don't know. It brings out all the colors and makes everything look really good for the whatever the piece is, whether it's a car or a card. You get to see it as good as you can.
Especially the foil cards.
Yeah,
really pop
like
on
shiny
that.
cards for sure.
Yeah.
But like aesthetically, I don't know. You just get tired of seeing the same thing. You know, even myself. So just wanted to switch it up. I'm sure, like I said, I'll go back and forth.
So, is that like VP's influence with the backgrounds?
No, that's more of an Andrew influence. Like taking photos from the top down. Because on the photo booth, I'm taking them vertically. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's harder to get the angles right when your phone's on top versus if I could see the camera at the same time or the screen.
No, definitely. Yeah, but isn't it the fun part too? Like, you know, there are some times where you get like a little bit of burnout, right? And you're like, I don't want to fucking post today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like you have it on the side and you're just like, I don't want to do it today. You know?
Yeah.
But no, you know, for sure. I feel like a lot of people are having fun with the hobby. I mean, shit, like, you know, like a couple nights ago, I posted that MF Doom, where he's like standing like that with like the Doom in the back, and like even something as simple as that, like, you know, shit, I was chilling, bro. You know, smoking a joint, hanging out, you know, playing with it a little bit just to see like, you know, what it looks like. And again, like I you know, I am gonna get to, you know, getting a camera to do like the comic thing, because, you know, obviously this shit looks like I'm recording it in a Nokia, like, you know, flip phone, but, you know, I take my time with stuff, you know. I could do it, but like, you know, I'm not like in the most like rush. Again, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot with the collection. Just chilling, man. Like I'm ready to show some of this stuff off. I want to do some CGC submissions, some CGC reveals, some Comic-Con visits. I would love to fucking, you know, see you two out there, you know, see if we could fucking catch somewhere like East Coast, New York,
one day,
Florida, you know. Maybe you guys aren't ready for Florida. Maybe like New York's better, you know. San Diego.
I don't mind meeting up at a con, but I'm not. I like seeing that kind of content, especially if it's places I wasn't able to make it to. I love seeing that content, but I can't make that kind of content. Like I don't have the patience to like, you know what I mean, like row by row. No, I just want to go see what I'm looking for. If it's not there, I'm on to the next booth and so on and so forth. So I don't.
Yeah, but you listen. You see some cool shit, man. You know, like even if it's you know, some of the most random stuff, like I told you, like that Palm Beach card show. I didn't really go. I for sure I was like, I'm definitely not going to see any Marvel cards. I saw some DBZ cards, which are dope. You know, he had some of the Prisms brand new in packs, which I didn't buy. You know, because you know, I just didn't buy it. Like I was on like another side mission, you know, where I was just like, you know, I couldn't dabble into that stuff. Thinking back on it now, I should have, right? Because I mean, shit, like some of these cards in the DBZ thing has sustained and gone up. You know, obviously with the passing of you know, Akira Toriyama, which is crazy. You know, you know, we definitely lost a legend. I mean, man, you know, like if you grew up somewhere like in our age frame, or even if you're a little bit older, you know, you caught the Dragon Ball. Don't lie. You know, you're watching Toonami. You know, eating fucking, you know, chicken nuggets and pizza rolls and shit like that, hanging out. You know, playing N64. And man, that's like, I mean, crazy enough, that's probably the biggest nostalgia for me. Like something that I really held on to for a long time was Dragon Ball. I just never got into like any Dragon Ball other like situations. Shout out Bronamath, you know, sick. That guy's sick. He collects all the modern shit, which I'm personally not into myself. Shout out to him for doing so. But like, you know, he picks up some of these like original pieces, which is pretty dope. You know, it's really hard with some of that stuff to like maybe authenticate, like if it's real, like is this real? You know, is it real? Like, listen, there's a lot of good artists out there that could easily replicate that image. You know, they've probably drawn Goku a million times over. You know, seriously, like it's tough. You know, it's tough because like that stuff wasn't really authenticated. Like, is the cell real? Is it not real?
Yeah.
And I would even say that goes for some of the OA stuff too. For example, like the comic art tracker, stuff like that. Sometimes you go on there and it's like some random on eBay selling some like original art in this art website, right? You pay like $120, but it's like, you know, it's Doomcard, like, you know, sketching at the house and putting it on eBay and it sells for like $100. Good on you, you know, but like, is it authentic is the question, right? Like, is it?
Yeah, that's a tricky. You want to go to like the places where people buy usually, you know, just to cover your bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the con is cool, man. You know, like I think, I mean, if you guys would rather do fucking the OEX thing, that's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother conversation. But that'd be pretty cool. You know, like the OEX, like, you know, watching them now, like, you know, for 2 years. But fuck, man, you know, like I said, for me, it's hard because like OEX is like, it's not even like in the title. You know, like when you have a video game and you have like side missions too, but like some side missions have priorities.
Yeah.
Like OEX priority for me, like, you know, I know some other collectors are gonna say differently because it's an experience for them and stuff like that. I get it. I share some experiences too, just not that personal, right? Like I'll sit there and watch a sketch. I'll talk to the guy too. Like, yeah, it's just like, dude, I need to finish like a couple things before it's too late, you know? You know, yeah. And so some stuff is not even Doom stuff. Like, yo, you guys saw me post some of those Spider-Man books up the other day, the Black Suit stuff. And, you know, everything is for a reason. Let's just say that, you know, everything has its reason.
No, we know,
you know everything has its everything has its purpose.
Collection. Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, I didn't say that.
No, I'm sure you got one. It's cool. I think
I'm sure you have one.
It's gonna, you know, Monster and the Iron Mask is gonna change to something.
Oh, here we go. Here we
you
go.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like the Doom card, you should have gave up the strap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Doom cards. You know what I mean? I'm just rolling with it now. You know what I mean?
Like you can't be Doom card and putting up like McKelly like Batman skins.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you got enough of it, you just put whatever, dog. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You see, I like that.
Shout out to Miles. I'll post his name more on there. You know what I'm saying? That trust me, that shit get popping. You know what I mean? Shout out to Miles.
What is it? The 101?
No, it's not. This is the yellow rainbow.
Oh my bad.
Oh, okay.
It kind of looked from an angle. It looked like Nightcrawler pose. My bad.
It does have a little Nightcrawler pose.
Yeah.
And the hair don't. You know, the hair too. Shout out to Miles. He's been going crazy on that.
Yeah, he got. We were talking about that. I was having
serious. I was serious. But yeah, love the pack, bro. I kept one sealed because I want to slab it one day.
That's cool. That is cool.
And do like, you know, that's some collector stuff. I do have some of these. Like this is the old Overpower one sealed. You know, we get into our, you know, doing your foreign stuff. There's a Portuguese one of the Versus, which is this one. You can't really see it because it's taped up, but you know, Versus system. If you know, you know. Yeah, I'm just keeping a little stack of stuff. It's like little side missions I'm doing.
Yeah, and I mean, at least even though it's not I mean, let me ask you because you know, I think people should hear like this too, because sometimes people that I watch like, you know, rip boxes and like do all this stuff, which is a good time. I'm not gonna take that away from you. Do what you want, you know, collect responsibly. If you got it, you got to go for it. But some of these like smaller things, right? Like the cello packs and like the sealed stuff. Like, would you say that like when you get like that mail and you open it up, dude, it's the same feeling, isn't it?
It is.
As you getting like a huge
It's
card
odd
to
shit.
getting like a cello pack, you know, or
Yeah.
getting like something that like you haven't seen or yeah, like dude, it's the same feeling, right? You open the package, you look at it, like you smirk at it for a second, and then you're gonna go put it away, you know.
So I'm probably
depending on what it is.
Because you probably one of the only few people. Yeah, like I don't know how many people. No one's talked about the Batman animated sealed pack. Shit, I don't even know how I found it in my searches, right?
And even think about this, like on some obscure stuff, and I'm not gonna say what it is, but remember what I sent you? That was sealed.
Yeah, it's right there. I can't show that one. That project's still going.
There you
but
go.
Stuff like that, it's there's no spec, there's no value. You're probably losing money.
There's no
getting
comp.
it slabbed up. I mean, in Pokemon, you see a lot of people grading packs, but it's just a little, it's gonna be for a future presentation when I have all these little Doom packs everywhere. I mean, that's all it is. And maybe turtle stuff too. I mean, I don't know. I can just branch. I didn't even think about looking for sealed turtle stuff. I might just start doing that, adding to the eBay now. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's always something we can find interested in. Yeah. It's not, it's not all about the fucking numbered shit all the time, which I like. But yeah, it is what it is.
Like now when you when you miss out on it, I feel like the other day. Actually, I lost an auction the other day. And I had a number set in mind, and I had just moved, so I'm just like, I could, but should I? Like kind of one of those, because like, dude, I'm cheap. You know what I mean? Like, I could have put some more, a little bit more money into it to really try to like steal it and take it home. But I just had a number set, and I'm like, this was what the last one sold. I'm relatively like somewhere like near like ballpark, whatever. And I'm not going to go $1 over, like I'm not going to do like a crazy max bid, because all of a sudden, like, you have someone that's like running that shit up. And I was like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going past this number.
Yeah.
And, I lost the auction, and it sucked for the moment, right? Like you get that feeling, you're just like, fuck, dude, like, but guess what? Later on that night, I get online, start scrolling, found some things that I'm just like,
on to the next.
Shit.
Yeah, you just
next. You know what I mean? And guess what? Not only did I save myself, close to $600, I also spent less and got more for more bang for my buck. Mm-hmm. At a steal for something that I know that like like I showed you guys what it is, and soon, like one of the first videos that I want to make like on the channel is like to show a full rainbow of something that I've been collecting like pretty heavily. Mm-hmm. I don't need to necessarily show it all slabs, because it doesn't need to be about that. Like I want to showcase what's inside some of the books too. But I want to show like a rainbow that I've been working on, and it's a tough rainbow because the series is 3. So when you pick it up, it's a 3x3. You pick up 3 books by language. By So
that's cool.
It's been a mission. And where do I get some of that, like the sickness from? People like you, people like Elusive. Yesterday when you guys were trying to rile up retrospects to buy the card. Listen, I've been on the phone call.
Knowledge, bro. Like we ain't trying to do nothing. We're just explaining things.
I get the phone call with both of them on the line. You know what I mean? I don't even get a text. They like video call me, and they're like, "Yeah, you seen that thing right there?" Like, "Yeah, you saw that line?" Like, "Oh shit!" Like, what you gonna do? You gonna go for it, or like, come on. But no, listen, it's all in good fun, And hey, like, yo, shout out to them, because if it wasn't, then there would be things that would still be missing or I don't have, and maybe in the moment it mattered a little bit more to pick it up compared to like maybe what it matters to me now. But at the end of the day, guess what, man? It's still part of the PC. It ain't going nowhere, And if it does go somewhere, I know that if it come a moment where I sell something like a Doom card or something to flip into something else, it'll be it'll be the right book. You know what I mean? Like it would have to be like legit, like the right book. So
yeah.
I'm a person missing just the Spanish to complete my Secret Wars 10 run. And
Yeah.
then
Wait, what do you need?
The Spanish version of Spain. Yeah, I got the
Oh,
Portuguese.
that's easy, bro. You got that.
Yeah, I got it. I got the Brazilian. You know what I mean? I ended up figuring it out, but I got the Brazilian. I got the Mark Jewelers. I got the Novedades from Mexico. I got everything. I just need that Spain one, and then try to figure out how to display it. I kind
You're missing one.
Which one?
You're missing one.
Oh yeah, I'm missing one. But regardless, my point is that once I got it done, I'm gonna put it with the Secret Wars sketch, and I'll display it nicely. You know what I mean? I think
that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope.
So I'm looking forward for that, and then
oh yeah, man.
Same thing with the Tales to Astonish. I picked up that the Dutch. That was top 2 in the census. There's another five like mine. I had the raw. I have it raw, but I don't like the condition that the raw was in. And so for me, I'm just gonna go for either the U.S. version or, the U.S. version. The Brazilian, I didn't like the colors. Now I'm starting to be even more picky, even with the foreigns. I'm not going for complete rainbows and everything. I'm going to go for like the best 3 covers. Whatever those countries end up being for me, those were the ones I'm going to go
after. Design, just
listen. I wish I had that problem. You know.
Yeah.
Because. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, you're chasing everything.
To pick a rainbows like that.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
it's a mission. It's a mission,
real, bro. Because once you're gonna start trying to sell some of these random Daredevils, dog, it's gonna be rough. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be rough.
I don't think they're gonna be flying off the shelf. You know what I
mean? Oh, listen. See, that's where like the confusion, like kind of goes. Like, and you know what? I check it out. I asked myself a question a couple months back, and I was like, you know what? Like, I don't understand it. I guess I kind of get it, but like now that like I'm reaching a certain place in the hobby, because like, look, dude, like I can't go produce more diamonds like just randomly. You know what I mean? I can't go produce like certain things just like randomly, especially the old stuff. You guys are all excited about this new shit that's coming out right now, and like I'm not gonna hate on it, dude. It's just not. Listen, it's not my thing. But some of the older stuff. The only reason why you like the new shit is because you don't have the access to the old shit. Whether it's maybe you're new to the hobby, you don't know enough, like you don't understand the Marvel.
I'll go against that. Some of the new shit's just dope.
Yeah,
I think no. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not, and I'm not talking about like one step better than the other.
Yeah. I think for sure this
some stuff has its significance.
I'll take this. Like what you just said, both of you. You're saying like. Pretty much saying like, hey, if you could get some of this old shit, you'd rather get it over the new shit.
You would.
I see what Doom is saying. Doom shit, the new shit's dope too. But I do agree that if you had the option, here's the new dope shit, and here's the old shit that you can't even get. They're gonna pick the old shit.
Here's where I would say, is there a is it the same type of shit? Because even though it's a new card and an old card, we start going, all right, there's comic cuts. Not everyone loves this shit, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Then we have base cards, right? Just plain old base cards. Then you have your fucking, shiny cards. So yeah, like one of these old Mystiques, fire, right? There's a lot of artwork that's not hitting for me. And so if the new one has dope artwork and it's shiny and it's the same type of card, I'm gonna go after that.
That's subjective.
When he's saying that doesn't apply to you though, he's talking about only new people coming into the hobby.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you see what I'm saying.
But even if they download all the information, there's still gonna be some new shit that's doper than the old shit.
No, of course.
And they're gonna prefer it, right? Like I'm not.
But
I don't own any
hyper focuses.
But the new
that hyper focuses your. That hyper focuses your vision though, right? Like if something comes out and like what the fire is.
Yeah.
Look,
dude. You want to pull out a 25, whatever, dude? Yeah, you go for that. I want that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and look, Doom. Obviously, you guys are impartial with Doom, but look here's something you guys both don't like. Tell me a new card, right? Brand new. That's better than this card. Go ahead, I'll wait. What's a new surfer?
There's not a lot of surfers better than that one.
There you go. That's what I'm referring to. I'm
not
only
any
talking
of the
about
new
when you
ones
see the
that
best
I
of the
can think
best.
of. That no, like the only other one I would say the Jim Lee 96 Onslaught is dope.
Mm-hmm.
I would say there's another one I'm missing. I'm sure because there's one that rivals that one.
Yeah.
I can't think of it now, but it's
Yeah,
not
I know
like
you're talking about the Prism one, where Jim Lee Prism one as well.
Jim Lee. The 96 Masterpiece. I never cared for that one.
Yeah,
I know it's a big one, but
for me, I think it's up there too. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
it is. That's kind of like what Jacob said. Remember, Mr. 90s hater over there.
yeah. For a while, I don't know anymore. Shout out to Jacob. I don't know.
Shout out to Jacob. Well, he has a big stake in Bianchi art now. You know,
but it's like, look, this was a new one. This is old school Catwoman. It's dope, vintage looking. It's a new card. It has that vintage cover on it, but this is something I want to keep, right? This is, I mean, we all know Sienkiewicz. This is like some Batman shit, This will make me go want to get some DC covers, right? That I never thought about. Just go collecting them. So I think the modern goes with the old. I understand, like, yeah, Stan Lee Auto. Yeah, tough luck if you're trying to find that for some of these cards.
Yeah,
Shout out to Rohan. I know he's after some, but like, it's gonna be a mission, bro. You know what I mean? There's only a couple. People keeping track on those too, dog. I'm gonna let you know.
Your name's in a black book somewhere, is what he's saying. You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying
somebody knows.
I don't keep mission. I wish you good luck because I haven't seen another one. But
you keep a black book? I don't keep any black books.
I don't keep a black. No.
Yeah, that's how you.
I do have a good memory though. I ain't gonna lie. I got some good memory.
You and Fausto have black books. We don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to
dude. I don't care what other people do.
I don't know.
Fausto's for sure not forgetting anything. You know what I mean?
Listen, he's from Coral Gables. It's a little different. You know what I mean?
Well,
like he's in Miami. He's in Miami, but like it's a little different.
I was about to say he played in Miami.
Oh, you know what? Hey, you know what? Shout out to Fausto. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Fausto real quick. Elusive remembers, man. Like, when I first hopped in the hobby, I was liking some Silver Surfer stuff, and Elusive, being the good chap that he is, was showing me like the numbered stuff. Like he showed me like low numbered, and he showed me like the Silver Surfer. I have it literally like I saw it. It's literally like in the room and shit. But the buyback, the better looking one, and Elusive put me down with Fausto. And we made that deal. That was probably like one of the more like expensive cards back then. In the in that moment in time, like it was maybe a little bit in its prime. Definitely overpaid.
A little bit inflated, is what you're saying.
It's a little bit of inflation going on, more than 3%. But
definitely more than 3%.
Yeah. Hey, yo, that's just a tax for not knowing your information.
Yeah,
so
it was just a tax.
Well, it was a tax, and also like Marvel cards were selling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Somebody was driving the wagon.
Plus, that wasn't his price. That was his homeboy's price who sold them to you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But yeah, well, Fausto facilitated it for me, so
nice.
Shout out to him. I still have that card, and I've yet to post it. But I might have to drop a little Silver Surfer.
You got some stuff in
the vault. It's right there.
Nah, it's a vault.
Yeah, he got some Ghost Riders over there for sure.
It's funny.
I don't have Ghost Rider like you think.
It's funny, isn't it funny? Elusive, you tell me, maybe I'm tripping. He loves the vintage shit. He's the most vintage guy.
Yeah.
When he got in, he was all about the new shit. It was all about, let me rip some packs. It was vintage shit too, but like, damn, it's crazy.
You gotta learn. You know what I mean?
Gotta learn, bro. I mean, same thing with me.
My
shit changed over time too. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. Here's another one that I'm looking for a high grade. I just love seeing this, and just the colors. The colors really pop for me, and I don't know. It's a 7.
That reminds me of that one.
Look at the back though. Not a lot of people show the back.
Oh, that's hard.
Doing that cover with like the yellow with like the purple Brazilian book. Come on.
This is some shit Andrew would appreciate. Shout out Andrew. Yeah. So
and it's something special about the vintage, man. Like it's just basic, like there's no, and that's why like I would always give props to like basic like Marvel stuff. It's just The problem is there's just a lot of it, right? Like there's too much of it. But like it doesn't mean it's not dope. And we said it the other day. Not a lot of comic collectors, pick up Marvel cards, but it doesn't mean that the art's not cool on them. They just either don't know about it, don't care about it.
That's
and
also about perspective, though, because you say like there's a lot of Marvel card stuff. It's not. If you're asking Pokemon people, this shit is very limited.
Yeah.
The audience is just not there. But look, man, a lot like again, a card I really like. Under $50. I know what this. I know how hard these are to get. Like I know there's things to pop too. There's no 10s.
And it's already graded for you.
What color was it?
Pink. The pink ones. I always loved the pink ones when they came out.
And they were nice enough to grade it for you.
Nice enough to grade it for me, which cost them about $20, maybe $15. Yeah, like we take those cards for granted. We take certain cards for granted. Like they're not gonna be here forever. Yeah. So obviously X-Men kid, the cartoon's back. I'm feeling that collector. Like damn, I need to go back. You know what I mean? Go get my things that I had or I thought about getting. Some of them, elusive. Right, that Gambit periodic.
Oh yeah, that's on its way to you. You got number 28, by the way.
Does he's hooking me? I had it at one point, right? And then I let it go. I'm like, nah. But that one, I need that one back. Like certain things, and it's memories of. I remember Vic telling me, "Yo, sign up for E-Pack." I'm like, "What the fuck's E-Pack?" He's like, you do this and that. X-Men Metal, first pack, hit a Storm sketch. I went straight to Fausto. He found a buyer for me. I'm guessing it was Fuller. I don't know. Someone who's collecting Liddy Lee sketches. $500. Well, boy, I started just buying packs, having fun. You know what I mean? Like just back and forth. So that tied with like X-Men, tied with like, oh, this is a set that I remember in the hobby. There's some gems out there that I'm starting to go back and get. You know what I mean? So that's how everyone has their own like story. I'm sure Spider-Man Metal was for some people, they're the one they got into. So Platinum is creating a lot of people get into it. A lot of people, it's their first Marvel box. I'm sure it's fun, man. Like the market's gonna do what it's gonna do, but as far as collecting, like it always has to be connected to some memory or emotion, whatever. For me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know what I always think about on the Marvel side is like as far as like trios, even with other characters, because recently I've been selling off a lot of cards that I no longer want to keep, and they're dope cards. Again, right? I never bought them thinking they're not dope. They're like big autos that I'm auctioning off.
There's some cards you selling I'm bidding on.
Yeah, the nice cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think about things that I'm like, when it comes down to like, if I'm really trying to like narrow down, like I always think about like what I use as a bar for myself is like the Hulk trio that I was able to perform. That to me, I can't. Ugh. You know what I mean?
I wish you would have got rid of that shit like a long time ago. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why
that's like the weakest link in your chain, bro. It's like the whole shit.
It's one of the hardest trios I've seen.
Yeah.
Look, it's all about perspective.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's an exquisite sketch of PMG and a hologram.
Exquisite, but by PJ, who's a published artist, done covers for Ninja Turtles. I'm sure he's done Marvel and DC. Like that's hard.
I enjoy it, man. So
the PMG's like, top.
My Moon Knight trio, just with the quick strike, the hologram, and the 75th gold border that you guys want to claim it's Doom. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how hard it looks.
It's the best looking Moon Knight. It's the best looking Moon. Well, I'll give the
hologram is crazy.
Quick strike. Oh yeah, the hologram. The hologram's the one. And then quick strikes up. It's tough.
That's what I'm saying.
Top three.
Those are the that's all I'm trying to boil them down to, bro. Just the top three. You know?
Yeah, those are hard.
Yeah.
So a quick question, because obviously like the X-Men, and I want to throw out there really quick, Elusive, before you even answer. I mean, I have a feeling like, just because he called it out so much, I'm gonna say like, yo, you can't pick Gambit. Okay. Like, yo, new X-Men, right? Like, you have some options. You could pick the, what they've shown right now, or like, the OG stuff. Pick two characters that's not like a Wolverine, like Wolverine and Cyclops are out of the photo. Who you got?
So no Gambit,
like two choices.
No Cyclops?
Nightcrawler.
No. no Gambit, no Wolverine. No, you could pick. I mean, Cyclops is. Listen, Cyclops is cool now. I've been saying Cyclops is cool forever.
I'm saying
You guys didn't want to believe it.
I just
Elusive used to talk shit about Cyclops.
Nightcrawler and Storm. There you go.
As far as like favorite X-Men.
No, I think he's asking me like if I can't say Wolverine, Gambit, or Magneto. What other two?
No. Gambit, because you say that you're a Gambit collector, so I want to take that one out of the playbook already for you. You know, like Doom pretty much is collected Mystique, like low key. You know,
yeah,
he's got a couple things.
Look, I love Mystique. I just love the design. Again, the character.
Dude, here's while we're on this nostalgia thing, just in the sense of the hobby. Here's one card, bro. That's a one-off for me. I don't have any other cards besides that Nightcrawler. Obviously, it's not Nightcrawler, but it's a character that's like some people collect them. He's not a huge character. I think I put him on the same level as a Ghost Rider. Yeah. But it's just a card that to me is dope as hell. That Punisher, dog.
That's a dope card.
It's just 90s. It just screams 90s to me.
And that's a 10?
That's damn. Come on. Right. What do we pick up? You know what I
mean? Yeah, look. Some of us stick to 7s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that card is just dope, bro. The blue?
Yeah. Nah, it's fire. I remember when you were trying to pick, or you're debating about picking that one up.
Yeah.
So you have like what, like Punisher, like undies? Like what's going on?
No, again, it's just some characters, bro. Like there's cards that I like to pick
up. Is it characters or images? It's an image.
It's an image thing.
It's the image.
It's the image. It's it just reminds me of
the card itself. Yeah,
it even reminds me of like Contra. Shout out to Contra. Remember that fucking Nintendo game?
Of course, bro.
Yeah,
of course.
So
that's a major nostalgia right there for sure. You know.
Yeah.
When the enemy shoots the thing and then it splits into 3 and you're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you know, what's going on?
Dude,
where are we jumping?
Hell, man. That and Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Duck
Hunt is.
Someone was checking my stripes as an X-Men guy. Oh, yo, bro, chill out. I got sealed copies. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing around with me. I forgot who they are, but shout out to whoever they were. You know. Look, I've always fucked with Jubilee. Jubilee's dope. She's like she was the character that was like to introduce to the audience. Like she was the one you were introduced to X-Men, Night of Sentinels. If I had to choose other X-Men, I don't know. I really like. I didn't know anything about Mr. Sinister until I saw the last episode.
Yeah.
Yo, he's dope.
Yeah. Sinister in comics is
like
is
Freddy
dope.
Krueger for like the X-Men. Like y'all gotta watch that X-Men 97. That shit's dope.
Yo, Victor, I'm still waiting on that code, bro.
I'm not sure.
That's an inside joke. We gotta put anything out there.
I forgot.
Victor, you know.
Also, like Morph. Morph is dope in the he does all these cameos for different characters. It's just dope shit. Definitely been having fun with the X-Men shit.
Yeah.
No, that's fun.
You got some options, man. Dude, for sure. I mean, if I had to pick like a hero, I mean, I've always given like Cyclops support, but I'm not gonna pick him because you guys are gonna be like, oh yeah, he's picking Cyclops.
I'm rolling with Cyclops.
Even though you know it's not true. Even though you know it's not true, I've always given like Cyclops some support. You know,
but I always like Cyclops too. I wasn't the Cyclops.
Here's another one. Here's one that none of you guys would ever pick. That's a low key. Shout out to Toad.
Toad.
Oh, you got the Toad like diamond somewhere. Yeah, he definitely at some point had like a Toad diamond in his.
Shout out to
in his collection.
Shout out Bishop. Bishop has some dope cards out there.
Yeah.
And Cable.
You beat Sergio. He was gonna say Bishop or Cable. Cable's another one.
Nah.
Let me take Cable.
Can I steal the one? I think you're gonna say Omega Red. Omega Red has some dope cards out there too.
Omega Red, it does.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have to base it off of cards.
No, you know what? Psylocke. I'm thinking Psylocke too.
Oh, Psylocke. Yeah, Psylocke is classic, man. And Psylocke is one of those like.
I don't remember Psylocke.
Just her cards. We're talking about cards. I'll pick up Psylocke.
Yeah, just cards.
I'll pass on Psylocke. I respect it. It's just not.
Don't worry about it.
I appreciate. I was trying to see like, oh shit. There's one one Psylocke card.
Bianchi, the Bianchi one.
The Bianchi's hard. I'm not gonna lie. I forget. It was like an insert in X-Men Metal that it was dope. It was like fire in the background. It was a dope image.
Okay. For what, Cyclops?
Psylocke.
Oh, for the Psylocke, the burn furnace, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
was
it's called,
hard.
something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I mean, fuck, like villain. I mean, Magneto for sure, but I guess it's kind of cheap, you know.
Right.
Shout
Kind
out
of cheap because it's like,
Archangel.
you know.
I mean, that's a dope design.
Yeah, I don't know.
Archangel's definitely a dope design. And
Dope
I mean,
design.
I've always said it too. You know, like since Cyclops is like the default, you know, and I had to pick another one. I'll probably just pick like Phoenix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you guys know that. You guys know like the Phoenix. You know?
Did we?
But yeah.
You could hit up Justin. He'll help you with some cards. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
nah,
he's got.
we
I
don't
had
need to
some
do that.
Phoenix cards for a while. I had a little Phoenix collection going on at one point.
He has some dope cards
Yeah.
for sure.
Jean Grey.
I think I got like I got like a Phoenix Pink. I got a couple random like little stuff that I kept from like X-Men Metal, you know.
I don't understand the Rogue, like, let's make shitty cards of Rogue in the hobby. Like, I don't get the dish. Like, why? Why are they still pumping out shitty Rogue cards?
Bro, because she had like
disrespectful, dog.
She had like
Rogue
a high top fade, like in like the beginning, bro.
The Rogue is the best. All right. Top female character from X-Men.
You think so? That's your stand on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with my childhood. I'm going with Rogue.
Yeah.
And Marvel's Capcom 2, Rogue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for
me,
me,
gonna say because she had like a fatty. You know what I mean?
If we're only talking about the cartoon, I'm gonna have to say Storm if it's only about the cartoon. But if it's in general, I'd say Storm or Psylocke. For me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like just cards, right? Like we're talking about just cards.
Even comics.
General cartoon, like
yeah.
for me, it's everything. If I were to collect one, my favorite would be Rogue.
Rogue.
If they had dope shit that I know there's dope shit, yes.
You seen that Jim Lee Psylocke? Come on, guys, stop playing.
No, yeah, of course. Psylocke has a lot of great cards, but Rogue gives disrespect to every set.
You know?
Except for the Jim Lee set, like that's one of the best cards.
Just because if you think about it, what's her power? To take your powers.
Hey, you know what Vehicle said, and obviously this is a dream set, probably like never happened.
Shit on Rogue? Come on, dog. What are we doing?
I'm a Gambit fan because he always held playing cards. You know?
Lately, he's been getting played himself.
I wasn't a fan of his haircut or anything like that. You
know? Trench coat?
Yeah.
You bought a trench coat because you're a Gambit fan?
Oh, I thought he just had multiple decks of cards in his fucking trench coat, dog. That's what I thought. You know?
Did you ever have a trench coat?
No.
You ever cosplaying as Gambit?
I wasn't that hard of a fucking Gambit fan, dog.
I know you got the cards with you. You got a deck of cards next to you. You got to.
Hey, like Elusive secretly like cosplays, you know?
No, stop. Don't even start rumors like that.
He has like a clandestino like Instagram that nobody knows about. Like different email, different phone number, like different IP, different everything.
No. Who would Sergio cosplay? Elusive?
Like someone that got stung by a couple bees. Sergio looked like he was climbing a tree to get some foreign books, and a couple of bees said, "Not today, son."
Sorry, yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't know so much about that. I thought about like
mask. I'm sure you had
I thought about fucking off and like grabbing the MF Doom mask to the con, but like the ones that they saw online are not like they ain't it. You know what I mean?
No.
Like they're made of metal, but there's no like face pad. There's no like it's like bare like metal, like heavy as fuck.
You can't even laugh because you're crazy.
You're like standing there like this, like all like sideways because it's like heavy as fuck. After a while, you're like, fuck, dude, you know? Nah, so, but you know, even that world is crazy. You know, some of these people, build their costumes. That's a whole nother like passion that I definitely couldn't get into it.
If I was a kid that was in that world, grew up with going to cons and shit, I would definitely be a Ninja Turtle. 100%. That would have happened in my childhood. 100%. I was a Ninja Turtle for like a Halloween one year at elementary school. Hell yeah.
I for sure would have been the Green Ranger, dog.
Yeah.
You know, because the helmets, I thought the helmets were dope. I thought they were like motorcycle helmets, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was heavy into Power Rangers. That's one that no one likes to really talk about that we're into. You know what I mean? But people,
some people, right?
Yeah. You know, it's not like no one is bringing it up on the daily.
No. Was there main guy Zordon? Was the main dude?
The fucking
Alfalfa. What's his name?
Alpha. And then that chick, the witch, what was her name?
Rita something.
Rita, there you go. Yeah, bro.
I used to like her like pet dog though, like the big dog with the gold, you know, with the gold.
Yeah.
That's an OG.
Shout out to Shane. He always references Power. What's the one where they all form into that big machine?
Oh yeah, that's when all their fucking
the Megazord.
Megazord. Shout out to Shane. He always talks about Megazord.
Yeah, that shit was tight, dude. Yeah. Hey, you guys remember? Here's a deep cut too. Like I only watched a couple episodes. I don't remember how it was on between watching like one of my other favorite things, Captain Planet. Do you guys remember that shit?
Yeah,
bro. Captain Planet was out here saving the trees. Is all I'm saying. This before, like,
was. And I was watching with their rings.
To be honest with you,
you know what I mean?
Everybody had a ring. That was dope. That was on some Green Lantern stuff. Come on.
You're not wrong. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Sailor Moon. You know, back in the day when we were watching it, used to come out before. I forget what.
I'm gonna be honest. I never watched it, but I didn't know people were heavy into Sailor Moon.
Me and my sister, I remember we were like 2 years apart when we were little. We would watch that, and then something would either some other thing we were watching would come out afterwards. So it was back to back.
I want to say that like they would rerun Pokemon in the morning, right?
That's probably
but it was Sailor Moon first, and then it will go right into Pokemon, like the rerun right before school, you know. So when you get there, you know, and all the homies are there, like, yo, I saw that shit.
Yo,
you know?
Sergio was cosplaying as Tuxedo Mask. That's his name, homeboy's name.
Nah, definitely not. Like that would be definitely my last choice.
Yo, you got Canelo there. He had a cat. You know what I'm saying?
This is true. You know, which connects me closer to the Sailor Moon girls. You know what I mean?
You're just missing your Sailor Moon. That's it. You know what I mean?
Nah. Like my Sailor Moon pick is I want to say it's Saturn, like the red one. You know what I mean? Or the green one.
The green one. I remember the green one being popular.
You know, those are my two choices. You know, I wasn't too crazy about the orange one.
Yeah, people, if you made it this far, we know you watch Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
we're
but
not
also,
judging.
This is
Please
also
comment your favorite Sailor Moon. Yeah, let's see who's got what.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Go ahead. Y'all do that. But also, this is also a sign that we need to end it for today when we're talking about Sailor Moon. You guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping by again. We hit the 2-hour mark. I can't do the Sailor Moon stuff. Like,
Yo, at least definitely watch Sailor Moon.
Wait, no, the time of the day of today right now.
Yeah.
The Sailor Moon stuff, whatever. Watch him pop out like PSA 9, like prisms. You know? He keeps those like under his pillow. You know? Nobody knows about these. Like Lord of the Rings, like the Precious. You know? He's holding on to the fucking ring for like dear life. Like, yo.
I'll tell you right now, there's no way I'm getting Sailor Moon cards. But if I did, it's because I'm a seller. You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm not.
Sailor Moon had a fire entrance, like the opener song. Fire.
Okay.
I stand by that.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, dog. No Sailor Moon disrespect here.
No.
Classic.
And listen, like, I mean, obviously we're gonna cut this, but it's like, dude, you know, like the animation.
This is gold.
The animation, like, yo, like when the rose hit the ground, come on, dog. Talk your shit. Look, you know what? When Tuxedo Mask hit the deck, you know, and Sailor Moon was in trouble,
he showed up.
Like, yeah,
always. Look, 10 toes down, he showed up, dog, every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's cool, bro. I'm glad you guys got to experience that as kids. That seems like it was a fun time. You know, I'll take Hey Arnold over that. You know what I mean? I'll watch Hey Arnold.
Doug.
You know? Doug. You know? I'll even take Boy Meets World over fucking Sailor Moon, to be honest with you.
Farming's World is great.
Crazy.
Shout out to
Topanga.
Topanga.
Shout out to Topanga. There you go. See, stop playing. All right, guys. You guys have a good
All
night.
right. Yeah, good lady. Peace.
All right,